Good morning, afternoon and evening everyone. My name is Liam and welcome back to another Pokemon Premier League battle with your West Shan United team. This time we are taking on Necro Stevo and the Eterna City Enders. We have one win from the last 7 games, so holy crap, we need to start winning. Once again, my backup coach, Djar, is taking this one on for us. Last week, he got very unlucky against George and lost to Ironhead Flinches. This week, though, he is going to bring home the victory for West Shan United. Again, because I didn't do this battle, and because I wasn't really in a position to help with the team building or anything like that, I can't really talk about the team very much. I can only go off bits and pieces which I've been told / remember. So it's kind of a thing, and also during the battle I can't really talk about thought processes and things like that. But it doesn't matter. We're still going to see the battle, and we're still going to see things. The team that Necro could have brought was Garchomp, Mega Blastoise, Gardevoir, Ferrothorn, Weavile, Magneton, Rhyperior, Primeape, Volcarona, and Golbat. We was very scared of Volcarona, because with like 2 Quiver Dances, Volcarona just went through the team pretty much, just kind of destroyed the whole team. Mega Blastoise was also a problem, and so was the Garchomp, which is why we brought the Mamoswine. Gardevoir could also be a potential issue, but it wasn't like the scariest thing around pretty much. The scariest threat that he had was Volcarona, pretty much. So going through what I know of what Djar brought, he brought the Whimsicott, Mega Aerodactyl, Mamoswine, Yuxi, Infernape, and Licky Licky. I do know that Whimsicott had a Yachi Berry and was pretty much, I think it was pretty much offensive. The Infernape was very offensive, especially offensive. It was all special offensive because of Ferrothorn. Mamoswine was brought to take on the Garchomp. It didn't show up, so it's just kind of there as a big, hard, physical hitter. Licky Licky is there as the special defensive wall. Mega Aerodactyl is there to take on the Volcarona. Mega Aerodactyl is the Volcarona taker on thing. And Yuxi is there as a wall as well, with some offensive moves as far as I know. I think it's so difficult commentating battles that I've had like no part in. I can't really say things like, oh, Yuxi has this and has this investment and has this move to take on this. I can't really do that. So I just kind of have to go, Yuxi's there, Yuxi can do things. But instead of me rambling, let's just watch the battle and see what happens. I have a personal vendetta against Necro Stevo. I have a personal vendetta against Stevo because he took Mega Blastoise from me, and I wanted to draft that for this team. So personal vendetta going into this one, as he does start with the Mega Blastoise, and Djar starts with the Whimsicott. Mega Blastoise is gonna Mega Evolve straight away, and his name's Blasty. That sounds disgusting. Whimsicott's going to go for the Energy Ball because it's pretty offensive. That does quite a lot of damage. As Necro goes for the Ice Beam, that Yachi Berry coming into play straight away, as Whimsicott can take that pretty well. Doesn't even do half. He gets frozen! Turn 1! The turn 1 freeze from the Ice Beam. Excuse me, that was a terrible time to burp. Djar's going to swap out and go into the Yuxi, which would take Ice Beam pretty well, as Necro also switches out and goes out into the Ferrothorn, which is not great. Djar's going to take this opportunity to set up rocks because of that Volcarona and the Weavile as well. It would do great against them, as Necro also gets up rocks. We didn't have any hazard removal this week, so the rocks are there to stay on our side of the field for certain, but he does still have that Mega Blastoise, so he can spin them away at some point. Do just make the offensive play into the Infernape, taking some rocks damage as he goes for the Gyro Ball. That's going to do a decent amount of damage to Infernape, but not too much to the point where it's a worry. He has to switch out here. He can't take Fire Blast. He can't take anything, really, as he goes out into the Gardevoir. And Gardevoir is going to take a lot of damage from this hit from Infernape. He did not have much to take hits from Infernape, especially with his Blastoise being so low already. So we're going to get off a free Fire Blast there, as it does a hell of a lot of damage to that Gardevoir. A hell of a lot of damage. Gonna take some recoil though from the Life Orb. It's gonna switch out the Infernape, out into the Licky Licky in case this was like a Scarf Gardevoir or something. With the Vacuum Wave being quad resisted, it wasn't a guaranteed kill on the Gardevoir, I don't think. That Moonblast does a lot of damage though. This Gardevoir is very, very strong. DJ's going to go out though and sack off the Whimsicott at this point, being that it's frozen and it's going to take rocks damage anyway. That's not too terrible. The only way he could have really utilised this Whimsicott is if he brought it in like on a Scald from Blastoise, but that's very situational. Sacking it off there is probably just the best move so that we can go out into the Mamoswine and pressure this Gardevoir out with a Ice Shard, which would pretty much KO it. Necro is going to preserve the Gardevoir though as he goes out into the Ferrothorn. He's going to take a teeny tiny bit of rock damage. But Djar predicts this and goes for the Superpower, which does a lot of damage to that Ferrothorn. We are going to drop some stats though and get hurt by the Iron Barbs, which is an issue as he gets some leftovers back. So now we're at -1 attack as he gets some health back. Djar though, like a man, gonna stay in, making the balls to the wall play and go for Superpower once again, knocking the Ferrothorn even lower. Just trying to get this Ferrothorn out of here because it's just gonna keep on coming in. As he does take this opportunity to set up some spikes. Like I said, we have no hazard removal this week. So we now have rocks and a layer of spikes on our side of the field, which is very problematic. Stevo is going to switch out the Ferrothorn, preserving it on the health that it has as he goes back out into the Blastoise. Blastoise is going to take some rocks damage as he wants to spin away those rocks, probably bringing in the Blastoise at this point. But DJ, like a man, balls to the wall, stays in and superpowers again. Now at -3 attack. Now, and does it again. 4 superpowers. -4 attack, but he does take down the Blastoise, and the rocks are there to stay on his side of the field, damaging that Volcarona and Weavile greatly. This Mamoswine's now at -4 attack, which is ridiculous. That Volcarona does come in, and the problem now is, because we're at -4 attack, he does pretty much get a free Quiver Dance off. Go out into Aerodactyl. Aerodactyl was the answer to this. Pressure's not going to really matter, as he does get off that free Quiver Dance here. I'm pretty sure Aerodactyl could live any one hit from a +1 Volcarona, unless it was something like Fire Blast. I think Fire Blast killed if it landed at +1. I can't remember which one it was. I think there was one specific move that killed if it landed at +1. He does go for Psychic though, so I'm not sure what he was carrying the Psychic for, but Aerodactyl's going to be able to pick up the kill here with Earthquake. There's no way the Volcaronas live in the Earthquake, and down goes a huge threat right there. Aerodactyl's on a teeny tiny amount of health, so it'll die next time it comes in for rocks. He does bring in Corvo, I love that nickname, for the Weavile. There's no point in taking out the Mega Aerodactyl here. Yeah, there's no point in switching out Mega Aerodactyl. It's done its job. Mega Aerodactyl goes down to the Weavile, which is not too much of a problem. The Crit Mad! Mega Aerodactyl would have lived. And it's a Life Orb Weavile as well, so it's not banded into Ice Shard. But we do have the Infernape still. Vacuum Wave will take out the Weavile, and it will also take out the Ferrothorn, which might switch into it without taking the Iron Barbs damage. He does switch out the Weavile, does go into the Ferrothorn. Ferrothorn is not going to be able to take this Vacuum Wave in any way, shape or form. Fire! Love Infernape. It's so cool. Down goes the Ferrothorn. The Crit Mad! Ferrothorn would have lived, and then I would have lost. Do lose some more Life Orb damage as the Primeape comes in. Pretty much confirmed it's a Scarf Primeape at this point, I'm pretty sure. At this point we knew it was a Scarf Primeape. It does go for Vacuum Wave just for damage on this thing. It's not going to do too much. Actually done a fair bit. Actually done a fair amount. I'm surprised. As he locks himself into the close combat, doing a whole 3 points of damage to the Infernape. Big damage to Infernape. Defense and special defense is going to drop. Infernape goes down there, and in comes the Yuxi, which I totally forgot was even brought. I haven't seen it all game, which is weird. Usually Yuxi's been brought in a lot for my team. He has to switch out here because close combat's going to do nothing. He's locked into it. Does go out into Gardevoir. Gardevoir's going to take rocks damage and pretty much die to any hit as Gardevoir traces the Levitate. Sorry, unless we go for Hidden Power Ground. No, Does go for the Dazzling Gleam, which is going to kill off the Gardevoir, which is great. That Gardevoir done a lot of damage. Holy crap. He does bring in Corvo, the Weavile. Weavile's going to take some more rocks damage, which is nice. Pressure from the Weavile. I'm pretty sure this Yuxi is Colbur Berry. Yes, it is. So Yuxi is able to take the knockoff thanks to the Colbur Berry, and will also pick up the kill, I'm pretty sure, with the Dazzling Gleam, especially after the Life Orb damage as well. So there is 2 kills for Yuxi. Yuxi is just cleaning up with the mop. The mop! That's what they call him. I'm going to nickname Yuxi the Mop next time. You're just the Mop. Out comes the Primeape. Primeape cannot take the Dazzling Gleam. Does he have anything for Yuxi? He goes for the Stone Edge. If he gets a crit, he doesn't get the crit. Even if he got the crit, that wouldn't have killed. As Yuxi goes for the Dazzling Gleam, Primeape goes down, and Yuxi cleans up, and your West Shan United get a win. We get a win. So shout out to Djar for that match. Thank you for playing that match for me, buddy. Got the West Shan United our 2nd win of the season, which we so desperately needed to start climbing out of the bottom half of the table. Thank you for playing that match, Djar. Again, I'm sure he will leave a little summary or a comment in the video below saying his thought process and things like that, or any sorts of comments he might have about the match. Thank you to Necro for the battle as well. Channel in the description so you can watch his side of the battle. I'm pretty sure it's already uploaded. If you want to see why he made certain plays and why he brought certain things, I'm pretty sure he also has a team builder as well. But thank you for watching this video. Next week, we are taking on a very good friend of mine. We are taking on the Shroom Raver, the Shroom Daver, who last season we lost to because of a speed tie. We only lost last season because of a speed tie, so I'm looking for revenge, as we have to win this match, as me and Shroom are both at the bottom half of the table. But thank you guys for watching this match. It was great. Leave a like if you enjoyed it. If you didn't enjoy it, leave a dislike. Feel free to leave a comment down below as well. I love you all very much for watching these videos and all the support, and I'll see you all next time. Take care, everyone. Mwah. Bye-bye.